Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Samantha if you're brand new here, and today I'm going to be creating a rosy eyeshadow look. Probably inspired by the jumper that I'm wearing today, which I tend to do, but also inspired by the palette that I'm going to be revisiting, and I'm revisiting the Revolution Reloaded Provocative palette. Can you believe that this is only £4? I can't quite believe it myself, but it is. I think out of all of the Reloaded palettes, this has to be my favourite. It is absolutely beautiful. If you like those rosy, dusky pink tones, this is the one for you. If you're new to the Reloaded collection and you like pink, you might want to kickstart off that collection with this one. It is stunning. There's another one, is it Fundamental? Which is pink but it's cooler, so you may want to try that. Of course, I'm going to be revisiting a number of palettes, but this had to be my first choice. I absolutely love the tones in here. And of course, I wanted to wear this jumper, I want a look to match, and I thought this palette would do that for me. But yeah, £4 for these is just phenomenal. I really do think that Revolution hit the jackpot when they actually designed this. Absolutely beautiful. So that's what I'm going to be doing for you today. So a revisit to that palette. So I think I'm going to do a one brush tutorial. I know that you like those, so I will continue with that. I'm going to try and steer clear of the look that I created last time. It's probably going to be difficult because, of course, I'm always drawn to the same shades, but I'm going to try my best. It's going to be rosy, that I can guarantee. So the first shade that I'm going to go in with is this one down here. Bottom row, fourth one along. Obviously it's upside down because I don't want to blind you with the lid. So let's go into that one. It's quite peachy to start with. So let's see how this look progresses. So we'll go in with this one, this shade. Of course, the brush that I'm using is the Primark and it is the Eye Contour brush. The reason why I always feature this, I'm always getting asked which brush I'm using, even though I do tend to mention the name of it. These are only £1. I love it because it just works for me. I can't get on now with a flat brush to put my eyeshadow on. I know it's flat, but it's tapered and it just works for that point, the highest point, to go into the crease, and then, you know, either that or stamp it on, and it just works beautifully. Obviously, if you are unable to go to a Primark, they don't have an online store at the moment, I don't believe. You can actually visit the Revolution website. I'm sure they have a tapered brush, and I know that Morphe does as well, if you're obviously not in the UK. This shade is beautiful because it's peach, but it's also got that beautiful dusky kind of tone to it. So it's a beautiful shade to start off with. Just absolutely love it. Okay, next eye. Of course, I've primed my eye with the Revolution Eye Elements. I did actually share with you a new primer last week, and I was really pleased with it. Now, what I will say about that, if you're thinking about getting it, I can't remember the name of it, but I'll link the video down below. It's the newest eye primer from Revolution. I tried it the day before I did the video with the Beauty Bay palette, one of the Beauty Bay palettes, and the eyeshadow stayed put, as I mentioned in the video. Now, I actually also shared in the video a Revolution eyeshadow palette, the Nath eyeshadow palette, and unfortunately it didn't stay. It actually moved completely from my eye. I think it's called the Revolution Lock and Load primer. So I really wanted to just mention that if you're thinking about getting it, it worked with the Beauty Bay eyeshadow palette beautifully, but the Nath palette, I had in fact nearly all of my lid, which is where I put most of the primer, actually disappeared. It wore off. So I just wanted to give you a little bit of an update about that as well, because I was disappointed. I had such good results first time round, so I've actually reverted back now to the Revolution Pro Eye Elements in Central. This eyeshadow primer works very, very well for me. Some eyeshadows do tend to move, but I tend to get that anyway. But yeah, like I say, I really wanted to give you an update. Now I'm putting that on in layers because I love the shade, but I also need it to show and also give me a starting point. So I've gone up quite high as I usually do. I'm going to pop that shade underneath as well, again as a starting point. I also want to I just want to thank you so much for your supportive comments yesterday. It's been quite a tough week. I was so busy last week, and I think it's now starting to take its toll on me this week. And I just want to say, without even knowing it, you have really supported me in a big way. So thank you so much for all your support. I did quite a chatty, I mean all my videos are quite chatty, let's face it, because I do tend to think of my videos as, you know, me doing a video for my friends, and obviously getting feedback from you. So yesterday I shared a little bit about how I was feeling, and the support that I received from you yesterday was just phenomenal. So thank you so much for that. As always, you came up trumps, and I really do appreciate that so much. And I needed cheering up yesterday, and you really did that for me. Okay, so that's that shade, the first shade, that's it. But it's beautiful, it's worked, it's a stunning shade. Next, I want to go in with, which one shall I go in with next? I want to go pink, obviously. I'm going to go in with this one here. So it's the first shade, top row, and same brush. These, or this palette, is so pigmented. It's a little bit dusty, not majorly, you know, the whole pan's not going to fall out, but it just blends beautifully. Blends, yeah, if you are new to Revolution, then I would certainly recommend this palette if obviously you like pink. There is a bright palette. There's, like I say, I think Fundamental, if I'm remembering the name correctly, is the cooler pink tone palette if you like cooler shades. But yeah, I can't rate these, and we'll talk about them enough actually, because they are so amazing. There's just no need to spend, you know, lots of money on palettes when you've got a brand as good as this, releasing palettes for £4. So we're now getting that rosiness coming through. I'm going to pop this shade underneath as well. Beautiful, absolutely stunning. Now I want to go deeper, obviously. I'm going to try and deepen it up with this one first of all and see how I get on. Same brush again. Not moving as far out, so that way out, and all over the lid. I'm just keeping it to this kind of crease area and the outer third, just one area. So basically you're just deepening up that area there, and then I'm going to do that on the other eye. I think if I had to pick one palette out of all of my collection, I think it would probably have to be this one at the moment, because I don't know, it just has something I think I mentioned this in my very first video actually. I've always been searching for that one kind of palette, and Revolution has released it in this one. Absolutely stunning palette. Okay, I'm now going into this shade, second one across, top row, and it's a deep brown, and I'm going to just pat that into that area there, just using the shape of the brush, and that's all I'm going to do. Like that. I'm also getting my fluffy brush, and I'm getting a little bit of the first shade that I used, that one there. So the fluffy brush that I'm using is the 251 Eye Crease Contour Brush, and this is also from Primark, and I'm just going to use that shade just to blend that corner out like that. Again on the other side. Like that. I'm just going back to my original eye contour brush. If you really want to blend a shade out, just do circular motions, and that will blend that shade like a dream. Okay, I'm just going slightly into that last shade, the brown shade, and with the tip of the brush, just run that on the outer edge there. And again, going in with that fluffy brush. Blend that out like that. Now, I've got to choose a shade to pop on the lid. I think I'm going in with this one here, which is like a peach shade. I'm just going to swatch it. Yeah, it's like a pinky peach. Is gorgeous. Of course, I'm applying it with my finger. I generally apply every single shimmer with my finger. It works beautifully, and I tend to find that with a brush you just don't get that payoff. Okay, so that's how the peach looks. I think I'm going to carry that on into the inner corner as well. So I'm using the 250 pencil and powder smudge brush, also from Primark. I love it because it's got the point like that. I haven't been to Primark for absolutely ages. I'm hoping to go very, very soon. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to get to Primark because I've had to pay for Puppy's operation. So Theo has had his operation in the last, well, this will be the 3rd week, so it's been quite an expensive month, so hence why I've not visited Primark. Obviously I've got other priorities, and Puppy comes first. And he is making a very speedy recovery. He's done very, very well. The vet has been very, very impressed with his healing, his recovery. I mean, I would say this, but he is just fantastic. Okay, so that is the eye look complete. I'll just give you a little close up. Just outstanding. You know, if I was to go out and about, I don't think you would be able to tell that this is only a £4 palette. It is just so, so good, and such good quality. Okay, I'm lining my I'm lining my waterline with this, and it is the Revolution HD Smoky Waterproof Eyeliner. You will see this if you are new to my channel in every single video. It's the only eyeliner that works for me. I just love it. There's no point me swapping to another eyeliner because I just know it's not going to work. I've had 35 years of experience with makeup, and I know after purchasing so many eyeliners, mascaras, eyeshadows, you name it, you know, I know when I found a product that works, and why bother spending any more money on a product, you know, an eyeliner from another brand when I know it's not going to work. The same with mascara. Okay, the mascara obviously is, and you'll all know this if you're regular viewers, is the Revolution, the Mascara Revolution. That peach shade on the lid is wow. Outstanding. That is absolutely gorgeous. I'm definitely having a good makeup day today. You know, when you've done your makeup and you think, wow, love it. I must admit, I did feel the same when I used this the first time round. I actually brought in the Foil Frenzy palette thinking I might need this, but no, you definitely don't need anything else. If you've got this palette, it is outstanding, beautiful. And that peach shade, I don't think I've used that on the lid before. That is gorgeous. Okay, so that is my revisiting the Revolution Reloaded Provocative palette. Wow, that peach shade, wow. It just complements the pink so well. It's got a little bit of a pink undertone to it, and I also like the fact that that is light enough to carry on the inner corner as well. So it gives the eye a little bit of an elongated kind of feel. Obviously a cat eye does that as well, a liner, but I don't know. I just prefer it to be on the inner corner. I mean, I like a cat eye, but to be honest, I tend to find that with such small lids as I have, I tend to find sometimes it just makes my lids look heavy, so I prefer not to wear it. But yeah, really love that look. Of course, I would love to hear your thoughts on this beautiful palette. Have you picked this up? I know lots and lots of you did when it released from Revolution initially, but if you are brand new to Revolution, if you're brand new to the Reloaded collection, are you now going to pick this up? What are you thinking to the eye look? It's just beautiful. And who would have thought that such an inexpensive palette could create such a beautiful look? Again, I feel $1 million, even though I've only used a very inexpensive palette. I think if you were to go to these high-end brands and you know, they released a palette that looked as beautiful as this, you would be paying upwards of what, 30, 40, 50 pounds. But yeah, this is only £4 and it certainly packs a punch. I'm in love with it. So I would love, as always, to hear your thoughts, you know, about the palette, about my eye look. Are you going to pick it up? And of course, if you are brand new to my channel because you are looking for perhaps a look around this palette and a look using this palette, I would love it if you stayed around to subscribe to watch further videos. And of course, do check out my Instagram down below, where I take photos and post them on my Instagram post, so that you can have a look at the looks perhaps closer up. And yeah, I do post other pictures as well. I know I've had a few comments recently that you want to see my puppy Theo. Unfortunately, because he's obviously undergone an operation recently, he's probably not you know, looking his best, so no, he won't be on camera just yet, but you never know, he might be very soon, so obviously do keep tuned. But as always, until next time, thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Bye.